Listening and speaking skills are the foundation of communication, and by understanding the key milestones in their development, we can support children in building these crucial skills from the moment they're born. From birth to 6 months, infants begin recognizing familiar voices and responding to changes in tone. By 3 to 4 months, they start turning towards the sources of sounds. Around 4 to 6 months, they make their first attempts at imitating speech, known as babbling. As they grow, infants become more aware of their environment. Around 10 to 12 months, they can follow basic instructions, respond to simple commands, and utter their first true words, such as mama or dada. Toddlers from 12 to 18 months begin to understand more complex sentences and follow multi-step instructions. They start combining words to form simple sentences, and their vocabulary rapidly expands. By 18 to 24 months, toddlers improve at inferring meaning from context and engage in more interactive conversations. They can name objects and describe actions, taking turns speaking and listening. From 2 to 3 years, children can follow longer instructions and understand more sophisticated grammar. They begin recognizing rhyme and alliteration, and their vocabulary continues to explode. In the 3 to 4 year age range, children develop the ability to understand abstract concepts and metaphors through speech. They can follow multi-step instructions and engage in more imaginative and creative conversations. By the time children reach preschool, around 3 to 5 years old, their listening and speaking skills reach new heights. They can follow even longer instructions and understand complex sentence patterns. Their vocabulary reaches around 1,000 words, and they can express ideas and feelings clearly. By the end of preschool, most children have a solid foundation in listening and speaking skills. These skills will continue to develop throughout their early years, setting the stage for more advanced learning in elementary school. Kindergartners should engage in collaborative conversations about kindergarten topics and following along with classroom discussions. First graders build on these foundations, participating in structured conversations and understanding more complex language. By second grade, students can recount key ideas from text and engage in longer, more nuanced discussions. Third graders demonstrate sophisticated listening and speaking skills, understanding abstract concepts and complex language structures. These standards highlight the importance of conversations, questions, and text comprehension in developing listening and speaking skills from kindergarten through grade 3. Listening and speaking delays can significantly impact a child's development. In listening, children struggle with understanding complex sentences, processing auditory cues, and developing a robust vocabulary. This leads to difficulties following instructions and participating in conversations. Speaking is also affected, with delays often resulting in limited expressive ability, articulation problems, and hesitant or avoidant behavior. These challenges can have a profound impact on a child's social interactions, emotional health, and academic success. Early identification and intervention are essential to mitigating these effects and supporting healthy language development. Listening and speaking are crucial foundations for reading and writing development. From early childhood, exposure to spoken language helps children learn sounds and words, laying the groundwork for later literacy skills. As they grow, children develop more sophisticated listening and speaking abilities, directly benefiting their reading and writing. New words and phrases encountered in reading can be understood through existing knowledge from listening and speaking. Similarly, writing skills are enhanced by the structures and concepts learned through listening and speaking. Social interaction and practice are key for learning to read and write, with feedback from listening and speaking providing essential refinement. The development of listening, speaking, reading, and writing is interconnected, and enhancing any one of these skills supports the others, leading to improved overall communication. Here are some strategies to enhance listening and speaking skills in early education. Model attentive listening by making eye contact, nodding, and verbally acknowledging what the child is saying. Use visual aids when giving instructions to help children understand. Provide quiet reflection time to allow children to process information. Create a supportive environment for speaking by providing positive reinforcement and constructive feedback. Use prompts and open ended questions to stimulate conversation and language development. Teach turn taking through games and activities to help children take turns speaking and listening. Model fluent, expressive speech so children can hear proper pronunciation and annotation. Collaborative learning is vital for developing listening and speaking skills in the early learning classroom. When children work together, they experience a richer language environment that stimulates both receptive and expressive language development. In collaborative situations, children actively listen, understand diverse perspectives, and respond appropriately, strengthening their listening skills. Simultaneously, they learn to articulate their thoughts, ideas, and feelings in a social context, promoting speaking skill development. Collaborative learning fosters a positive attitude towards communication and language, motivating children to engage in listening and speaking activities. Early learning classrooms can implement collaborative activities in various forms, such as pairing children for tasks or establishing small groups for discussion. Regardless of the format, collaborative learning nurtures foundations for lifelong communication competences. Dyslexia is a neurodevelopmental disorder that impacts reading, writing, and spelling, but also affects listening and speaking skills. Students with dyslexia may struggle with understanding verbal instructions, processing phonetic patterns, maintaining speech fluency, and expressing ideas orally. To support these students, educators can use visual aids, simplify language, provide repetition, encourage active listening, and offer practice opportunities, and consider assistive technology. By implementing these strategies, educators can enhance the listening and speaking skills of students with dyslexia.